Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. A little bit of challenges here with OneStream Live, more little issues happening with the system, things not saving right, and different things coming up. So, not very pleased with that. The software, I'm still looking for something a little better, to be honest with you, because the software is just very quirky. Um, Hoping to find something that, again, is much better than this platform. It has some good features, but then again, it has some challenges. So it is great to be with you here, guys, on Inspirations for Your Life show. Thank you so much for choosing to join me here today, this evening. We have a great master topic for the week. I do go through all those checks now to make sure that all the audio is coming through, not just on our end, but also on their software end, because we all know how well their software maintains settings. It doesn't. It does a really terrible job at that. So they claim they're going to do something. I'm not holding my breath. Uh, the master topic for the week is cost of comfort versus the power of awareness. And today's granular topic is patience shows through strength, series 4, show 40, episode number 5. Yeah, so very interesting, what's happening, what's going on. There's lots of interesting happening things. And I'm hoping that this show will motivate you so that you'll be able to grow and you'll be able to apply these things to your life. And guys, if this is your first time with me, I want to say welcome to Inspirations for Your Life, the show that helps you become a better version of yourself. And if you're thirsty, feel free to go get yourself some RO water or maybe a snack or fruit or what have you. And we'll go from there. If you have not heard about believemeachieve.com, well, why not check that out? Of course, after the show, I invite you to do that. And there's long form content, there's short form content, there's so much great content there. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. All right, everyone. So welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. And let's go ahead and kick this show off. All right, everyone. Great. So welcome to, yes, the Inspirations for Your Life ever popular podcast hosted by myself, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, and video producer, podcast host, and also dedicated podcast coach. By the way, I'm also a graduate student, in case you guys did not know that. Yes, I'm a graduate student, very grateful to be back in college studying for my master's in computer science AI and then going for my PhD. Really grateful to be in college again. It is a lot of fun, a lot of work, but I am definitely enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen. I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't enjoying it. I am really enjoying it. So, again, welcome, and letting you know, guys, that my passion is lifelong learning and helping you unlock your greatest potential in business and, of course, in life. Each episode is carefully crafted with the right topics to hone in things that'll help you improve your life. I'll share tips, tricks, lessons, insights, and real world motivation on the show. And I'll help you explore how patience reveals today true strength. So let's embark on a journey together that turns everyday struggles into milestones of progress. Make sure, guys, to subscribe, connect with me on social media, and stay till the very end for a new way to elevate your daily mindset. You ready, guys? I know you are. So don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com after the show, that is. It's available 24 hours a day. You can get my short form content, my long form content, articles, and so much more, guys. All right, are you ready for me to dive into this show? Of course you are. All right, number one, guys, is patience turns moments of frustration into lessons that shape your future. And I know that's something that a lot of people might have a hard time, I'm going to say, understanding. because they don't get like the why and how that's happening. So every time you feel challenged or tested, it's a chance to grow. Instead of letting irritation cloud your judgment, patience helps you pause, reflect, and use those, well, moments to build inner strength. Number two, true strength is calmness under pressure, not loud in chaos. Anyone can react, but it takes a real leader to remain collected and calm when the stakes are, well, let's say, pretty high. And a lot of people blame others when things aren't going the right way because they figure, well, if I blame someone, then basically I'll be able to do, whatever I need to do. And so I think that's a problem for a lot of people. But I want to tell you that it's important that you react in the right way all the time, not just when you feel like it. In that calm moment, you find clarity in the courage to act wisely instead of hostility and to be hasty. You act in a manner that is able to be conductive, to be supportive, and to help you reach your goals. Number three, those who wait with grace bring peace to those around them. That's an important one. I think when we understand those things, you'll understand that your energy, your influences, and your team and your friends, it all comes from your attitude, guys. And I think this is a very important thing that a lot of people miss because they're so preoccupied in other things, but not the things they need to be about. So when you practice patient waiting, you set a standard, showing others that steady, composed presence can dissolve tension. Number four, guys, power. Yes, real power is saying nothing when you could say everything. There's incredible dignity in restraint. Holding back in heated moments lets you control the narrative and avoid regret. Keeping relations and the people you're around built up so their reputation is intact is not just something you should have to do. It should be something that you want to do every single day of your life. I think that's a very, very important thing. And if we can understand that, then we can definitely be a much better person. All right, guys. So, number five, strong people walk away from drama without a word. It takes self assurance to remove yourself from negativity. True strength isn't proven by fighting every battle, but by knowing which ones are worth your energy. Number six, growth happens in silence, not in shouting matches. The most powerful personal transformations rarely require an audience. When you step back and listen instead of arguing, you build understanding and character. Number seven, guys, number seven is important. Patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It's mastering the art of timing. Sometimes the wisest thing is to wait for the right moment. Taking action too soon can ruin opportunities, while perfect timing can open doors. Number eight, guys, the most impactful leaders I know are the ones that know how to listen and the ones that know how to pause. You might be saying, John, of course they know how to do that. Well, it's something not all leaders know. Leadership is not all about giving orders. It's about tuning into others, understanding their needs, and responding accordingly with thoughtful guidance. A lot of people want to become a leader because they want to become a dictator, and that's not a leader. That's a very bad example of a leader. Number 9, every setback tests your ability to wait and react wisely. When things don't go as planned, patience keeps you from making rash decisions. You learn not to just endure, but to adapt and, of course, improve. Number 10, guys, calm minds win battles, even when storms rage outside very fiercely. And so when we're able to be calm, right, we're able to get more composure. I think that's a very important thing, to think about. Very, very important thing to think about. When chaos erupts, and it will, the person who maintains the focus and calmness and composure is the one others will follow. You see, a lot of people, when things go wrong, they get all frustrated and they get all mad that people aren't following them. Who would want to follow somebody that's acting like an idiot? Nobody. But if things are going wrong and you're all composed and very, let's say, having it all together, well, you're going to get people that's going to want to follow you. Your internal steadlines become the anchor, okay, being steadiness, right, in the turbulent times that we may encounter. Number 11, a patient heart forgives faster and loves deeper. Holding grudges takes energy that could be used for building relationships. Patience helps you move past resentment and cultivate more meaningful connections. Number 12, waiting is hard, but rushing destroys what could be amazingly beautiful. Life's best rewards arrive slowly. When you resist the urge to hurry, you allow greatness to unfold in its own time. Number 13, in the rush to react, people forget wisdom lives in true reflection. Quickness in the replies may win arguments, but they rarely solve problems, and taking time to think leads to solutions that will last. Number 14, guys, patience is a superpower. Anyone can develop it. It's not something you're born with, but a skill you practice daily. The more you exercise it, the stronger it grows. Number 15, strength rarely needs to show off. It reveals itself in restraint. Loud bravado can mask insecurities of many, but the quiet confidence speaks volumes about your resolve. And see, this resolve and this composure, this is what gets people to want to follow you. They want to know that you're somebody that is a good leader, not because you say you're a good leader, but because of how you act, how you carry yourself. Number 16, guys, it takes courage to wait for the right moment. Society rewards speed, but wisdom lies in recognizing when an opportunity is truly ripe. Number 17, quick tempers break relationships. Patience rebuilds them. Every outburst chips away at trust, while consistent patience creates a foundation for healing and understanding. Number 18, guys, I think is another. Well, they're all important, but I think number 18 is a really good one, and that is most breakthroughs come after long periods of quiet persistence. Truly innovative ideas don't happen overnight, guys. They're the result of effort, endurance, and a willingness to keep going. Number 19, a wise person stands strong by letting things unfold naturally. Control is often, well, an illusion. Patience allows events to develop and solutions to manifest and present themselves. Number 20, guys, patience is how resilience is built. Step by step, each time you choose to wait when it's easier to quit, you build lasting strength that carries you through future challenges. 21. You don't gain respect by yelling or by acting like this lunatic. You earn it by holding composure and being steady and being calm. Authority comes not from the volume of how loud you are, but from the consistency, the fairness, and the thoughtfulness in the actions for which you elicit. Many people want to be a leader because they just want to be in control. But that control, again, is really just an illusion. It's really just an illusion. Number 22, guys. The calmest person in the room is often the strongest. While others panic, your composure becomes your greatest asset, earning admiration and inspiring confidence to all who see. Number 23, guys, passion fades so quickly. Patience sustains lasting achievements. Excitement gets you started, but only patience ensures you keep going, even when motivation wanes. Number 24, patience makes you see the bigger picture that others often miss. When you slow down, you understand context, nuance, and long term consequences. It's like instead of you seeing just the trees, you see the whole forest with the trees in it. And that gives you, well, a certain understanding. And with that, you're able to naturally react in a better way. Number 25, when you resist the urge to hurry, you let possibilities bloom. Many opportunities disappear because people act too soon. By waiting, you allow ideas and relationships to reach their full potential. It's almost like taking a cup of tea. I don't know if you guys are tea drinkers. I'm a decaf tea drinker. And you always want to keep your tea steeping just long enough. If it doesn't steep long enough, well, then guess what happens? Well, it's very simple. You actually don't have what you think you have. Okay. I think that's an important thing to realize. You don't have the true cup of tea. You have a hybrid or something that's a knockoff to a real steep cup of tea. Number 26, guys. Those who wait grow. Those who rush stumble. Life rewards persistence, not haste. Every step you take with intention moves you closer to real success in your life. Let's dive in. Let's reflect deeply, guys. And let's discover how patience turns your unique journey into one of remarkable strength. Maybe you've been at a party before, and maybe somebody's yelling to get your attention. And although the guy who's yelling and screaming has gotten everybody's attention because of his volume, okay, but what he hasn't got is their respect. He temporarily has their attention, which is really an illusion. They're only paying attention because of the noise, the distraction, but they don't really have that person's trust. Okay? He doesn't have that. And I think when we try to act like a leader. When we try to yell and scream and seem so powerful, we're actually not a leader. We're just a raving lunatic. So when we can embrace the situation, and I said something a while ago, and I think it's a very important thing to say, and that is this, guys. Good leaders solve problems. They solve challenges. Okay? But great leaders make sure that those problems never come up. A little bit harder, isn't it? So a leader helps you solve the problem, but a great leader makes sure that that problem doesn't come up. How? They mentor you. They encourage you so that you can do lots of different things. But I think sometimes when we're getting coached, it becomes this ego battle because the person's really not doing it for our best benefit. They're doing it because they just want to be in control. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it does. Because by it making sense, you'll start to appreciate the fact that the more you choose to be in composure, the more that you choose to act from your heart, the more that people are going to respect you, the more the other things are going to happen. And not only that, guys, the more that you are going to be less stressed. You see, stress comes because we feel like we've lost control. And so when we get upset and we channel our energies into yelling and screaming because somebody didn't do something right, because we want to appear powerful, we've actually just appeared to be a jerk. When somebody has a challenge, it's all about sharing and allowing them to grow from that challenge, right? Many times when I was younger and I might have done something wrong, there were people that mentored me and showed me how to learn. And there are people that just knocked me down. The people that knocked me down, guess what? They're no longer in my life. Because I learned that those people were just raving lunatics. They seemed like they were in so much power. But it was actually an optical illusion, guys. It was an optical illusion. An illusion that I feel changed a perception. And although that person that's that raving lunatic is getting a lot of attention, it's because of the noise they're doing. Maybe you've been to a party and maybe somebody's yelling and screaming to get everybody's attention. But then they don't really have anything good to say. They're just looking to say something that's going to just put people down. And as soon as people hear that, they just tune out like, oh, that's all he forget. He's not, we don't need to listen to him. The noise, or call it the siren or the alarm or that attention getting from their voice, that's what captivates people for a short period of time. It doesn't hold them forever. It doesn't get their respect. It just gets their attention to say, hey, what happened, right? If you yell, people are going to like pay attention, like, whoa, what happened? But then when they quickly realize that there was no purpose in what you did, there was no meaning. Like if you yell, for example, you yell fire and there's no fire, well, that's wrong. And people are going to be like, you remember the boy who cried wolf? Well, real quickly. So there was this boy in the town, and the villagers told him, anytime that the wolf comes, you call us, we'll come running. Okay. So he's on the wall and he calls the wolf. The help the wolf, right? They all come. Just want to make sure they would come. And there was no wolf. Second time, he does it again. Third time, it's really the wolf. They're like, oh, we're not falling for that again. And so when he really needed help, That's why I said the boy who cried wolf, he didn't have his protection. He didn't have his help because he abused a situation. And I think sometimes we don't know that we've abused a situation until, well, we've lost respect. And I think that's too late to actually notice that we've done something wrong. If we're doing something for the reasons of trying to elevate ourselves, but we're not trying to help the greater good of all concerned, that's a serious problem, guys. So if somebody's yelling like a lunatic, you might pay attention to them for a couple minutes, maybe even 5 minutes. After that, you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to listen to that guy anymore, right? That's what you're going to be like. And so when you open your mouth or when you speak, make sure that it is clear, and also make sure that what you say is rooted in a purpose. Because if you don't, you will lose respect from everybody that's around you and more people because, well, that's going to spread. I invite you guys to connect with me, of course, on believemeachieve.com. And remember, guys, patience really does show. But you have to remember when we talk about patience, guys, we talk about this whole concept of patience. Patience shows true strength, but it's not easy to recognize. Have yourself a great rest of your day or evening, and I'll catch you real soon. Everyone, be well.